All right, Trillion Dollar Man Vlog 2. Just left the chiropractor. I guess today, this is only episode 2, and we're going to talk about kind of a general idea of what my plan is to get to that trillion. But first, before the trillion, you got to get out of debt, at least unproductive debt. A lot of unproductive debt. So getting out of unproductive debt. And right now that sits in the form of student loans and credit cards. So I've had a lot of success paying off credit cards in the past. Working on another one right now. And then the student loans is the big beast that's got to be taken care of. The good thing is it's only at about 4.56% interest. Not great, but certainly not something that is going to kill me. It's just the lump sum that's got to get taken care of. So today, payday, I went through my financial planning. So every probably 2 to 3 weeks, I go through my financial planning, and I keep an aggregate of my transactions, how much money's coming in, how much money's going out for that month, and notes as to what I'm going to do. So I can show you that in a different video, because I just like to hold the phone up and talk. And so on payday, the first thing is I took care of some of the bills, the important household bills that are going to get out no matter what. That money's got to come out anyway. Then I put some money into my dividend account, right? An account that I hope to build up to around 40,000 at about 10% interest, depending if I can do it safely and securely. And that's the thing is, number one rule is not to lose money. So I don't want to invest in too high of yield, but I also don't want to say waste my time, but that money is not to be invested into things that are going to yield something smaller than that 5% that is due on the student loans, right? Because if I can get roughly 10%, the student loans are increasing at a 5% interest rate every year. That leaves me a 5% net as far as I understand it, a 5% net positive for productive money against non-productive money, and not including wage income or income for any other work that I do, right? Just the things that are working when I'm not working, right? Interest is always working. Interest doesn't stop. But you can also yield interest on your own money and gain money, and that money keeps going and it doesn't stop. So I have a lot of unproductive debt, and now the goal is to take down the unproductive debt, the principal, and then also grow an asset here that is giving me some productive debt. Now, I'm a big follower of Gerald Peters, and he's big on just pay the debt now. And I've done that with the credit cards, paid it now. And I'm working on paying it now with the current debts. But I do want to continue to build, even if it's a small amount, and it really wasn't a lot of money, a small amount to grow that little asset, but a significantly larger number of amount of my paycheck is going towards that debt, right? It's just shotgunning at that debt, and I took a small amount to go towards that, because yes, Gerald Peters is in my opinion very smart, but so is the George Clayson, the guy who wrote Rich Man in Babylon, who says pay yourself first. So I'm going to pay myself, and by pay myself I mean saving money or using the money to invest in something that is intelligent, that follow the 5 rules of gold, or 7 rules of gold, whatever, that follow the rules of gold, the rules of money. Invest in something that can appreciate and yield something to me. And that's part of the richest man in Babylon philosophy. Gerald Peters' philosophy, you don't have to die broke, paying the debt, super important. So I'm going to pay the debt as well. So I can combine 2 philosophies. So I've kind of gone over the $1 trillion goal is to pay the debt off, reduce unproductive debt, increase productive debt, and in the way of assets, so eventually getting into real estate and buying stocks and things like that. But right now I'm not increasing any debt. Right now I'm just attacking debt. I'm not buying any real estate. I have no interest in buying. I have interest, but I'm not touching real estate. I'm not even looking at real estate right now. In terms of the investing side, I do have my license, but investing my money in real estate, not going to happen right now. And just no debt whatsoever until this is gone. And the only kind of debt I want is productive debt. Now, in the way of assets, the way I've allocated my money is towards paper assets, so via stocks. And I guess I can do some. The plan is to do some episodes, like short ones, like a minute or two, just talking about what it is the money is going towards, or what a stock is, what I'm using, what platforms, etc. But yeah, so buying dividend stats is how I allocate towards assets to have some kind of egg. And I'm not currently putting money in. I'm in Florida, if you can't tell. I'm not currently putting money in, but I have the money aside for my kids as well, because if I died today, if I died tomorrow, I would have money waiting for them that they didn't work for. Now, $1,000 here, $1,000 there. It's not much, but it's better than zero, right? When my dad died, I got zero. And knock on wood, when my mom passes away, or any other family members pass away, I might be left with zero, because they may not have the same financial goals that I have. So just some of the things I'm considering. And again, this was episode 2 of the $1 Trillion Man. Stay tuned for the journey.